You're tiny because your brain is all f***ed up. My name is Jackson Psakis, and at 19, I got my dream physique, got my dream girlfriend, and won boxing fights all within a year's span. And today we're gonna go over not one, not two, not 3 reasons, but 7 reasons why you're still skinny and how to think your way out of that into getting your dream physique. Number 1, the Gary mindset. Gary is an analogy for a friend I used to have who I don't train with anymore, who was just this like bitch. He trained like a bitch, he ate like a bitch, he thought like a bitch. Because of the way Gary thought in a weak, undisciplined way, it was the exact same way that he trained, and it was the exact same way that he bulked. So what do you think happened to Gary? Do you think Gary made a lot of progress? Gary is still at least half my strength, half my size, and has made half the amount of progress. And Gary actually started the gym before me. Gary was the one that brought me into the gym. The Gary mindset is something that you need to get out of your head straight away, because at the moment you're stabbing yourself in the foot. How do you think you're gonna start running on this journey? How do you think you're gonna start running this race while you're stabbing yourself in the foot? The Gary mindset consists of a few things: being self-conscious that you're too skinny, so you're bulking, and being self-conscious that you get too fat, and then you're cutting. All of this is happening within a week span, 2-week span. Cutting and bulking, it happens too quick, it's inconsistent. Gary gets tired and thinks he needs rest when he's training 3 times a week. Is that what you're doing at the moment? Gary is also a science-based lifter. So Gary, he's focusing on all these intricate details, but what he's not doing is training hard. He spends all his time in the gym trying to tell people what to do, the most optimal way to do X, Y, and Z. But all Gary is doing is mentally masturbating and wasting his time in the gym. Number 1 is the Gary mindset. Get rid of that ASAP. Number 2, your mindset manifests reality. Not to get all woo-woo, all ooga booga on you, but the way that you think actually is the exact result of your physique, and vice versa, the way that you think creates your physique. If you think like a bitch, what do you think you're gonna look like? Roald Dahl had this amazing example in one of his books. If a person has ugly thoughts, it begins to show on the face. And when that person has ugly thoughts every day, every week, every year, the face gets uglier and uglier until it gets so ugly you can hardly look at it. The exact same happens with weakness and a weak mindset. The weaker you think, if you're thinking weak thoughts day in, day out, week after week, week after week, month after month, you're going to manifest as a weak person. A person who has good thoughts cannot ever be ugly. You can have a wonky nose and a crooked mouth and a double chin and stick out teeth, but if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams and always look lovely. That's quite nice, isn't it? The exact same thing happens when you have hard, disciplined, strong thoughts. These thoughts can look like, I can train harder than that. I can run further than that. I can lift heavier than that. If you're thinking these thoughts day in, day out, and you're actually taking action on them, that's the main part. You can think these thoughts and not take action on them. Again, you're mentally masturbating like Gary. If you're taking action on these thoughts, you're going to see the results eventually. They're going to manifest in your physical body because you're taking action on these hard, strong thoughts. If you're doing that day in, day out, you're going to make progress. And vice versa, if you're doing the exact same thing with your weak thoughts, you're going to make negative progress. You're gonna make negative gains like Gary. Number 3 is mini XP challenges. You'll know this if you're a gamer. There's mini challenges that you can do throughout your gym journey that will actually help you make progress in your skill of discipline and strength, because life as a man is a game. You can gamify it completely. You can level up and you can also lose XP by failing. These mini XP challenges will consist of things that you specifically don't want to do. There's actually science-based stuff to this. If you look up Andrew Huberman, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, if I remember that correctly, there's actually a center of your brain where you can level up. It will grow the more you do things that you specifically don't want to do and you know that are good for you. An example of these mini XP boosts that will give you points and level yourself up in the skill of discipline and the skill of willpower and hard work are cold showers. Basic. Everyone knows it, nobody does it. Meditating when you don't want to, reading when you don't want to, training when you don't want to, specifically when you don't want to, specifically when you're tired and exhausted, and you can make an excuse like Gary would, but you don't. You push through it. Whenever you do that, you get an XP boost and you level up in the skill of hard work, and it becomes easier. You get stronger, you get more disciplined, you gain more willpower. It's a skill you can level up. Don't see it as something that's set in stone. Number 4, giving a fuck what other people think. If you care what other people think, you will never step foot inside of a gym. The first year of my training, 1 whole year I didn't go into the gym. I wasted a ton of progress just doing push-ups in my room. I still made more progress than the average guy because I was working harder. But I was just doing push-ups in my room with a backpack, water bottles, books, a kettlebell in my backpack, doing as many push-ups as I could. instead of going to the gym because I was scared of what other people would think in the gym. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this exercise. Bro, nobody gives a fuck, and you shouldn't give a fuck. Nobody is going to remember you when you step foot inside a gym and then walk out. Nobody's gonna remember you. Nobody's gonna think about you at dinner time. And that's like a liberating thought almost. You got this weird sense of self-importance pretty much, where you think you're the main character. Yeah, you should be in your life, but nobody cares about you, bro. You're a background character. You're an extra in their lives. They're the main character in their lives. You're the main character in your lives. If you were too scared to go to the gym, if you were too scared to put yourself out there, start posting content if you want, start going to the gym and training, put yourself in a public park and start doing pull-ups, you are not gonna make progress because you're too scared to go to the places where you need to go to make progress. Number 5 is food. Oh, bro, I eat so much food. I'm still so skinny. I just got a high metabolism, bro. This one got me. This one got me so good. If you actually ate so much food, you would be big. It's as simple as that. If you ate enough calories, you would gain weight. It's maths. It's simple, it's data. You don't need to get all emotional about this. Just look at the data. How many calories, how much food are you eating, and how much energy are you spending? If you want a bit more help with the calorie side of thing and all the more strange things that you don't really know when you start training, I've made a course in the link in the description where we teach you how to gain weight, how to train to get big, how to train to get girls, how to train to actually be like stealthy and like combat effective, not this like typical TikTok aesthetic boy physique. It's a bit gay. We have meal plans in there. We have training guides in there. We got everything you need. Just go in that link in the description. But you think you're eating so much food when if you were, you would be gaining weight. It's simple maths. It's simple thermodynamics. The more food you eat, the more weight you gain. If you're not gaining weight, you're not eating enough food. Stop thinking that. Get rid of that. That's another stabbing yourself in the foot. Number 6, what does training hard actually look like? Right now, you probably think that you're training hard. You probably think that you're maybe overtraining when you're going to the gym 5 times a week. You think you're overtraining because your muscles are sore. That is literally a byproduct of training. That's the goal. That's what you're looking for. You will not even find your limit. You will not find 50% of your limit in your first year of training. I can guarantee you that. It's not until your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th year of training that you may find close to 70, 80% of your physical limit. And even then, it's all mental. David Goggins this shit, push through. See how far you can go, keep pushing until you find your actual breaking point. You will know your breaking point when you start getting injured, when you start getting like physically, mentally sick, like you get these weird symptoms of burnout that result in hallucinations and all these deep shit. If you're not getting hallucinations, you're not training hard enough. Simple maths. And number 7, my favorite one. I don't want to get too big. This is my favorite one because it's such a stupid one. If you get this mindset out of the way, this is probably the biggest thing keeping you skinny. I don't want to get too big. Like 7 kilos of muscle is gonna fucking catch you off guard. Like it's gonna come out of the blue. Oh my God, I'm massive. If it was that easy, I wouldn't have a job, first of all, but you wouldn't be watching this video in the first place. You'd be jacked. Everyone will be jacked. If you think 7, 10 kilos of muscle and fucking Mr. Olympia body is gonna catch you off guard, you're a psychopath. And you will find out within 6 months of real training how hard it actually is even to gain 2 kilos if you're not in the Polarized program. This is the funniest thing. I had another friend, he was Gary's mate, who was scared of training with me in the gym because he didn't want to get too big when he was too small. And he wanted to gain muscle, but he was scared if he started gaining a bit of muscle, he was suddenly gonna get Mr. Olympia body. He was suddenly gonna look like C-Bum out of nowhere. It's a stupid mindset that if you even just think about, or if you hear this, you're gonna realize that it's spasticated. And plus, if you do get bigger, do you know how easy it is to get smaller? You just gotta sit on the couch, bro. Just don't do anything. It's not that hard. If you suddenly get 10 kilos of muscle out of nowhere and you only wanted 5, just chill out for fucking 6 weeks and go to Marbella. It's not that hard. If you wanted more advice like this, we have the course in the description to get big quick, to actually gain size as a skinny guy, and I can talk to you one-to-one there. If you got any questions below, leave a comment as well, and I will reply to them as best I can. Go click that link below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching.